All right, guys, welcome. So sorry. I just want to just real quickly leave the comment here and pin it for where you can purchase. Boom. Love theory. Okay, so we're going to be discussing love theory today, and we are going to be talking about a quote that I wrote on page 15. And the quote reads, "Revealing your feelings creates an atmosphere of intimacy and trust." Revealing your feelings creates an atmosphere of intimacy and trust. The reason why I wrote this quote is because when you are starting, the thing is, when childhood, young adulthood, college life, going into your young adulthood, there are very pivotal moments during this time, very important moments during this time. And what happens is everything that we have mustered up and failed to deal with during our life, because we're not really taught how to deal with things of our life. What happens is when it comes to the point where you have entered into a relationship at this age, these kids nowadays are dating in high school. So they're dating in high school and they're dating all the way through college. So what happens is you are dealing with all of this stuff in your life and you fail to reveal things, very important aspects of you when you are dating or entering into a serious relationship. So I'm not talking about the relationships where you know that you're just in an entanglement, in a situationship. I'm not talking about those. I am talking about an actual relationship that you are committed in and you are investing and dedicated to you're dedicating your time and energy into. So when you think about this quote I wrote in Love Theory, it is so important to not forget moments that have molded and shaped you. Revealing these moments within your relationship, I'm talking literally setting time aside and saying, hey, I want to have a conversation with you. Let's have this deep conversation about what happened to me in this pivotal moment in church during Sunday school when I was 7 and how this affected and shaped my life today. We are literally, let me just go back to the quote so those who are just joining me can follow. In my book, Love Theory, on page 15, this where we're talking about revealing your feelings creates an atmosphere of intimacy and trust. That time in Sunday school, at church, when you were 7, whatever happened and how much it impacted your life is being left out in very, very, very important conversations within a relationship that you're having. People want to know who you are, the authentic you. They want to know who you are, the authentic you. They don't want to know only who you are today. They want to know the way that you build trust is by allowing your vulnerability to seep through so that you can create that bond and that trust with another individual. You're not going to do that if you are limiting your conversational aspect and you are leaving out pivotal moments in your life. It's just not going to happen. They're only going to know you now. They're not going to know how you were shaped, how you were molded, what you went through to get to where you are. We're just eliminating that out of your whole vocabulary. And you just poop, I am this amazing person today, and I'm just not going to tell you all the things I've gone through. One thing I know for sure is that people are leaving things out because nobody trusts anyone. We have had lack of trust in the church, lack of trust with our family, lack of trust with our siblings, our friends, our teachers, people that have violated us, people that have showed us who they really are, people that have neglected us, had left us aside, had told us we were nothing. All of these people have shaped our lives. What has been taught told to us. So last week I talked about eliminating the downloads, things that have been downloaded to you. So that's what we should have been working on last week, eliminating the downloads, things that have been told to you constantly. People are drilling things into your life, into your soul. Those are the things that we were supposed to be eliminating last week. So if we take what we've gone through in our childhood and we start revealing those things to our significant other, to somebody that we're dating, hey, how are you? To the person that we're wanting to be with. It is so important. That bond, that level of intimacy, and I'm not talking about in a sexual way. I'm talking about a deep emotional aspect of intimacy that is built because you decided to be vulnerable, tear those walls down, and let them know who you really are. Because if they know what you've gone through, it's easier for them to understand who you are today. And that's important. So when I wrote revealing your feelings creates an atmosphere of intimacy and trust, it's twofold. You're able to create a level of intimacy and you're able to create a level of trust within the relationship that you're in, which is so important. So I challenge you to start having those vulnerable conversations about who you were. Because who you were is okay. What you've gone through in the past is okay. You will never be put more on you than you can bear. So you might as well talk about it. Because if you're having a conversation with me, it has to be deep. I want to know about what you've gone through. Because that is what I'm seeing in front of me is the new and improved molded you. So no matter if we have good things to talk about or bad things to talk about, all of it is important. So let me share a story with you. There is one teacher in my childhood or my high schoolhood that I will never forget. This teacher, Mr. Bartram, he was my theater teacher. He showed me that I could be somebody, that I could act, that I could challenge myself to be something different. My wife always wanted to know about my high school life, my childhood life. And I was always, I just never really wanted to share about my accolades, the things that the things that I've been through, the things that I've experienced. And part of me, her high school life was a lot different from mine. So I didn't want to talk about all the things that I've done because we had different high school lives. So what we would do is we would take car rides and we would literally pull up to a restaurant, eat our food in the car and talk through things that we have gone through and the things that we faced in our childhood. I appreciate those moments because I was able to talk about Mr. Bartram, my theater teacher that changed my whole world, my whole life. And I'm literally able now to speak in front of a camera because of my theater teacher. I wish one day I can, tell him how amazing he was to me and how much he influenced my life. But relationships will change drastically if you are able to reveal your emotions and your innermost secrets about your past life, because that's what they want to know. You only show a part of you when you're dating. You only show what you want to show, which I'm not saying to not be guarded, but what I am saying is don't limit yourself. Let people in. Once people show you who they are, then you drop it. Then you have the opportunity to change how you interact with people. But show them, especially if it's somebody that you're wanting to invest your energy and time and love into. Don't hold back. All we've done in our life has been told to just hold back and not share. And they don't want to know about my childhood. No, people want to know. She was so elated to learn about somebody that was important to me. Although I may not talk to him now or have the ability to communicate with him now. But the thing is, he changed my life. And we all have those people. That was a good thing. But there's also things that I've had to share that were very traumatic for me in my childhood. But when I tell you the intimacy between the two of us grew so much deeper and so much stronger, because what it does is it allows that person to understand why you do certain things, why you move a certain way, why you're cautious here, why you're more ambiguous there. It allows for them to really deeply get to know you, and vice versa. We all come from two different worlds. It's so important to understand the other person's world. So I challenge you this week. So we're reading from Love Theory, and I'm just going to read the quote one more time for those who are just joining us. Revealing your feelings creates an atmosphere of intimacy and trust. My biggest, what is so important to me is an atmosphere. My home has an atmosphere. When people come into my house, they will feel such a phenomenal atmosphere that they're not going to want to leave. Energy is everything. But in order to create that atmosphere, you have to start with revealing your emotions, revealing a side of you that you're afraid to reveal, especially with somebody that you claim to love. The least thing you can do is give them that. Give them your authenticity. Give them your authentic self. Give them you. It's okay to be vulnerable and let those guards down. It's okay to show them who you are. So you can purchase Love Theory at livelovetank.com for only $15.99. You can also get on Amazon, but it is full price on Amazon for $19.99. Grab a copy of Love Theory. I absolutely love being able to come on IG and Facebook and share aspects of my book and why I wrote things. These are conversational starters. I want you to think about what's limiting you from revealing your emotions so that you can create intimacy and trust in your relationship. I'm already doing it. I'm just a tool to show you that you can do it too. Thank you so much for joining me. You can visit me at LiveLoveTank on all social media platforms and my website at livelovetank.com. Have a wonderful week, guys, and stay tuned for the podcast episode this week with LoveTank. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Mwah.